Welcome to the Instagram Stories for Saturday, April 6th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill, and this is the weekend edition of the Instagram Stories. There's a bunch of news to get into, but first, the most important news article of the day has to do with how much money Instagram makes in comparison with YouTube. Now, before I get into this article, a little bit of context. It is generally known that if you want to make money from social media in terms of ad revenue, the best place to make profit from ad revenue is by creating content for YouTube. The reason for that is that YouTube splits ad revenue profit with creators, giving 55% of all money earned from ads to creators, while YouTube keeps the other 45%. How much does Meta give creators in comparison? Unclear, but it's a lot less. This is just generally a fact known throughout the industry. Why is that? Well, typically, Adam Mosseri and other people from Meta say that they do not have as much funds from ad revenue to give to creators. Is that true? Great question. Well, Meta recently filed an FTC document showing that in 2021, Instagram's ad revenue was more than YouTube. In 2021, Instagram's ad revenue was $32 billion compared to $28.8 billion for YouTube. Now you might think, well, maybe that's a recent trend that just started in 2021. It is not. In 2020, Instagram's ad revenue was $22 billion compared to YouTube's $19.7 billion. And in 2019, Instagram's ad revenue was $17 billion compared to YouTube's $15 billion for the same year. Therefore, Instagram has been making a lot more profit off creators than YouTube has over the past several years at least, and not sharing that fairly. Of course, it's easy to say companies need to make profits in order to succeed. That's just how capitalism works and so forth. However, as a creator, I can speak for myself, and if you're a creator listening to this, it is in our best interests to use our time effectively to, if we choose to, make the most amount of money possible for our time. That's also how capitalism works. I will link to this article in the show notes, but please know that you are not tied to any specific platform. If you are a creator, spend the time on creating content on the platforms that is best for you, not best for the platforms. That is the most important key takeaway. Again, I will link to this article in the show notes so you can check it out for yourself. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, the head of Instagram is going to tell us about a new story sticker and some other features you might not know about. And we're back. Instagram recently announced a new story sticker called the notification sticker. Do you want your followers to be notified whenever you make a post? Well, they could go to your profile and turn on notifications for anything you post, but wouldn't it be cool if they could do that right from stories? Well, now they can. Here's the head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, talking about the notification sticker and some other Instagram features you might not know about.
It's been a while since I've made a hidden gems video trying to highlight some of the cool, lesser known features on Instagram, so I thought I'd do a quick one today focused on creators. Now, the first one is polls in captions. When you post something to feed, you can obviously add a caption, it shows up as a comment, but you can actually add a poll to that comment. Now, you can only do that through the create flow, not through the comment flow after the fact, so make sure you think about that up front. The second is a sticker for subscriptions. Now, for some creators, subscriptions are a great way to make a sustainable living over time if you have a passionate subset of your followers who are willing to actually pay for some exclusive content. And one of the best ways to get subscribers we've seen in the data is to post about your subscription in a story and use your subscribe sticker to allow your followers to subscribe right there in line. And the third is another sticker called Notify. We try and make sure people don't miss content from the accounts that they care about most, but we definitely make mistakes, which is why you can go to any profile and you can subscribe to notifications about their posts, their stories, etc. What the Notify sticker allows your followers to do is subscribe to notifications about your posts, your notes, your stories right there, and then inline from that story, asking them probably to do so. So check that out as well. And let me know down below in the comments, what are some of your favorite features on Instagram that people might not know about? And hopefully I can make a video about those in the future. See y'all soon. Peace.
There's two things I want to say about that clip. First, I turn off as many notifications as possible on my phone because I don't like every single app being able to notify me whenever it wants. However, I recognize I use my phone that way, but not everybody does. If you're a person who hates notifications, you might not want to use that notification sticker. But if you're somebody who genuinely wants to hear from different people and you know that other people want to hear from you, by all means, experiment with the notification sticker. The other thing that's annoying me is now that we've talked about how much money Instagram makes off each one of us as users and based on ad revenue, the fact that they are pushing subscriptions as a way for you to earn money on the platform, meaning that the people who follow you will give you money, not Instagram, the company, making money off your ad revenue, giving you money, is really annoying me. I gotta say, there are times when I think this platform is way too skewed for the company's benefit as opposed to the creator's benefit. That's just, I'm gonna go make a video about this and I'll make it a reel and I'll make it a TikTok because this is one point that I'm not easily going to get over. That is going to do it for today's episode. As always, thank you for listening. I would like to take a moment to give a shout out to those people who have left me reviews of the show. And today I want to shout out Doug. Doug has been a longtime listener for a while. He sends me messages whenever there's bad audio on the episode so that I can fix it. He's always looking out. I super appreciate that. Doug left a terrific review, which I'd like to highlight.
We absolutely love all things Daniel Hill and the Instagram stories, which is part of my morning routine every day. Today I started to listen to his podcast series, which was excellent. I own part of a digital agency dealing with influencers who use Instagram as the main platform to post and earn their income. So the tips I learn from listening every day keep me at the top of my game. Give this a listen and make it a part of your daily routine. You will be very happy you did. Doug.
If you would like to leave a review, I would really appreciate it. The best place to do that is Apple Podcasts. You can get to a link for that directly in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening.
I'm not yet a member of the Instagram team, but my podcast covers many Instagram themes. But the name, image, logos are trademarks at Instagram and the LCC in the USA and every territory. Everything I publish independently until Zuck returns my DMs and starts to pay my salary. Not sponsored or endorsed, no lies, no fallacies. I use their logo with permission, not malicious or callously. No trademark violation, filling all criteria. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Hill Media.